For over 2 months now, we have witnessed weekly protests advocating for a ceasefire in Gaza, accompanied by anti-Semitic rhetoric on our streets. If you have been in a Western country, chances are you have seen one.
Why every so many 100 years the Zionists get slaughtered? Because Hitler knew how to deal with these people.
While the right to protest and freedom of expression are vital for our democracy, the situation takes a different turn when it's involved blocking streets, railways, and other critical infrastructure.
There is such hurt, there is such grief, there is such anger across the country because of what's going on in the Middle East, that people are forgetting a little bit that we're a country that protects the freedom of expression, that protects liberty of conscience, that respects and supports people even when we disagree with them across various points of view. That has been one of the strengths of Canada for our entire existence. We're a place that does diversity better than just about anywhere else. And we have to remember that just waving a Palestinian flag is not automatically anti-Semitism.
If you come near me, I'll put you lay down on the floor. I'll lay you sleep. I'll put you 6 feet deep.
We have all observed the federal government response to the trucker convoy in Ottawa in 2022. The government intervened in the lives of Canadians, coercing them into taking a medical experimental shot many were hesitant about. No shot, no job, no travel became the mantra affecting citizens' ability to work, pay bills, and restricting their daily lives. Quebec went a step further, imposing a curfew and limiting citizen access to large supermarkets.
I'm also announcing a curfew from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. starting tomorrow night.
In response, fed-up Canadians gathered by thousands in front of Parliament Hill, demanding an end to what they perceive as madness and tyranny. The government not only invoked the Emergencies Act, but also detained individuals for days to months, froze bank accounts of those contributing to the cause, and justified such action under the Emergencies Act Commission.
The federal government has invoked the Emergencies Act to supplement provincial and territorial capacity to address the blockades and occupations.
During that lengthy period, when people were protesting the government decision, Justin Trudeau, followed by the mainstream media, referred to the protester using derogatory terms to further polarize the population and compel them to choose sides.
The small fringe minority of people who are on their way to Ottawa or who are holding unacceptable views.
Mais il y a aussi des gens qui sont farouchement opposés à la vaccination.
Qui sont extrémistes.
Qui ne croient pas dans la science, qui sont souvent misogynes, souvent racistes aussi. C'est un petit groupe, mais qui prend de la place.
Now, anti-Israel protesters demonstrating against a conflict unrelated to Canada are disrupting and blocking highways, railways, disturbing Christmas events for children, and causing chaos in businesses and legislation. While some have received tickets, there has been no strong condemnation from politicians or call to an end to disruption and the call for genocide against Jews. Contrast this with the response to the CN train rail blockade by a group of anti-Israel activists not long time ago in Montreal. They obstructed the rail for over 2 hours, bringing various objects on the train rail to prevent the goods transportation across Canada. Multiple arrests were made that day, and I sent an inquiry to the Montreal police to know about the number of arrests, the number of charges or tickets, and what was the charges against them? The Montreal police mentioned being on scene only to assist the CN police jurisdiction. They redirected me to the CN department, who, in turn, refused to comment on the matter. I asked them the same question, and also if they will press legal charges against the people involved in the blockade, as they did against the group Queer for Palestine, who blocked the railway. No further comment have been made. Now, depending on your geographic position in Canada, that might change the repercussion you can receive following your action. But why? The silence surrounding the release of information raises questions about whether it's an attempt to mitigate the repercussion of this story, or if they simply didn't proceed to give them any punishment. Mainstream media didn't call them names. Politicians didn't condemn these blockade and harassment. There is a huge double standard in Canada when it comes to the right to protest.
We'll always defend the rights of Canadians to peaceful assembly and to freedom of expression, that these blockades are illegal, and if you're still participating, the time to go home.
It appears that one's rights are more extensive if aligned with the right political spectrum, creating an evident disparity. Don't forget to go to thetruthaboutthewar.com. On this website, you can see all our report on the conflicts between Hamas and Israel, and you can rewatch and you can share. Please go over thetruthaboutthewar.com.